physiotherapist here to teach you a little bit about the Quadratus Lumborum muscle, better known as the QL. The QL is located in the lower back. It comes off of your top of your pelvic bone into the lower ribs. It kind of sits about like this, kind of over top of the kidney area. It's a very thin muscle, and it's a side bender. So if I'm side bending to the left, it's acting. And if I'm side bending to the right, I'm putting the left QL on stretch. So that is actually one way that you can check and see how tight your QL muscles are. Just standing up nice and tall, leaning to one side. How far down can your hand go before you start to feel that tightness in here? I feel the tightness in my left QL. It's been a problem since I strained it back in my 20s. And then you go the other way, and I can feel that QL activating, but you can see I can get farther down to my knee on this way. So my left QL tends to get tight. It will bother me more when I'm sitting, sometimes when I'm bending and twisting as well. So that muscle, and it'll start to ache a lot when we're sitting. So that's when we get you to sit with the lumbar roll behind your back. It's a muscle that actually refers to your sacroiliac joint, which is right here in the tailbone area. So if you're getting a lot of sacroiliac pain, just do a little side bend test and see if that muscle might be tight. Now, I like doing the IMS to that muscle, and I can do it on myself, but since right now many of you are without the access to your physiotherapist to release that, how do you release it on your own? Well, one way is you find the tender point. So for me, it's right there on the side, so I can push into that. Now there's two ways you can do this. One is a strain counter strain technique. So with finding that tender point with your thumb, you lean into it until it's not so tender. It should be significantly better. And you hold that for a couple minutes until it goes away, and then come back out of it. And you don't want to stretch it afterwards. Another technique is more of a muscle energy or active release technique, where you would actually put the pressure on that and then lean away into it. Now that one increases the pain for me, but as you hold it a little bit longer, it should start to ease. So, and you would want to give it a good long pinch or pressure. So I'm just putting pressure on it with my thumb as I lean away. Remember, it does attach to the ribs, so you can breathe in and out, nice deep breaths to get that to release. And it's starting to ease now. So I can actually go a little bit further into that stretch there. So the other way you can do, sometimes you can give it a good pinch here, but I like the pressure stretch with the thumb. Okay, now that muscle can get weak on people. And so the strengthening is actually the side plank exercise. And if you want to strengthen, I might put this up a little bit more so you might be able to see me better. So there's a number of ways you'll know it's weak. Some people do side bending just with dumbbells to give it a strength. But if it's weak, it might fatigue faster and give you pain. So your side bending exercise is, if this doesn't bother your shoulders, you want to just bridge up here, and then you're working the QL and the glute on the one side. So you can do these side plank exercises. You can make it a little harder by one leg up. It gets even harder when you're up on your feet, and then you lift your leg is even the hardest. So that will give you some QL, Quadratus Lumborum strengthening. And you can also go up and down with these exercises. So you can go up and down to give a little strengthening here. Oh, we got Bowers coming around here. Probably can't see him there. So that is the Quadratus Lumborum muscle. So you want to release it, and you want to make sure that it is good and strong. So it's Wendy Bowen, physiotherapist with Know Your Body Better.
'Cause well, the secrets you keep, they mean nothing to me. The heart that you hold is turned right back into stone. And though I've let go of all the grudges I hold, I will need time for me. to find myself.